Hi, and thank you for joining me for another Madutu Effect. So today's topic is going to be along the lines of energy. Now, let's look at it from a different perspective. We've discussed that concept, beat it to death. So, I've got a voltmeter here. Usually when using a voltmeter, whether DC, AC, just measuring hertz or temp or whatever the case may be, it's a measuring tool to validate the activity. So you go to an outlet or to a breaker box and you want to check for voltage. You use one of these to validate the voltage is either live or off and or active, whatever your purpose is. So this has been proven by Ohm's law and several applications in electronics what makes it work. Now, in Magicks, we use tools like the wand to transfer energy, to direct energy, to multitude of uses. So we have older style wands, the Keppenrod. But those aren't the only things that are used to direct energy in Magicks in general. We use pentacles, talismans, crystals, sometimes very small, large, different styles, different purposes, different frequencies, different energies. But even a grimoire, well, we store all of our information. Some of us do it electronically. I still prefer the old-fashioned way, handwriting it. This stores energy. Now, how can a book store energy? Well, you're putting energy into it, putting thoughts into it. So technically, this becomes an all of the above scenario. You are storing your thoughts and energy into not only a document that's bound, but into a physical object. Now, what does it have to do with the paranormal? These direct energy, focus energy, call energy, collect energy. Whereas in the paranormal, we use these tools to look for that. Now, in paranormal research, we'll use the millimeter, we'll use the ghost box, the Ovilus K2 meter. It's more of a validation tool that kind of coincides with the voltmeter. Paranologies has this lovely little device for static field testing, and it actually detects if the static field in an area is fluctuating and moving. So, with all these tools for validation, what are the tools for validation on these? Well, you can use these, actually. But you can also, what's the greatest tool in paranormal investigations? Well, it's you. Because these applications are great enhancements. But at the end of the day, it's you that drives that energy. Now, you may call upon other aspects to enhance that energy. But once again, at the end of the day, it's you. Now, you can measure energy by using the FLIR. We use the FLIR to measure heat signatures, where it's temperatures either cold or hot, or that type of scenario. We also may use this to check for energy levels in a room. Unless I'm running the Anubis gate, then that's lost cause. Ghost box checks for frequencies. Energy is measured by frequency. So All it does is scans forward and return AM, FM frequencies. And the theory behind that is that an entity can grasp, hold, and use these frequencies. But I think it was 2 years ago, I was watching a ghost investigation team on a YouTube channel, and they had gotten a new style ghost box, and they're sitting around the room, and the lead investigator was so focused on it, just absolutely focused on it, hoping to get an answer. He was just heartfelt, absolutely focused, and he got his name that came across in his voice. Now, that goes back to this. Energy can be transferred and focused. So we have to be cautious when we're doing investigations, not to be so focused on what maybe somebody else told you, but also your fears and anxieties can manifest into what you may actually find, whether you like it or not. So, ultimately, these things are not horrible, scary items. These are my personal tools, so I personally know they're not. But these also are not scary items either. Projecting, manipulating, focusing, collecting energy in conjunction to the will. Here, detecting, measuring, and validating. I do want to do an episode at some point in time to where I'm using these tools, but we're measuring that outcome. So, stay tuned for that one. So, with this being said, this is a common item you can go to your local Walmart and pick up. That makes it normal. And people embrace it. You have a multimeter. If you turn around and say, I have a millimeter, ooh, you deal with something bad. I have a wand. No. Unless you're a locator, wands are good. Anyway. So, once again, I go back to perceptions. How we perceive things. If you don't understand what this tool is used for, don't label it so quickly. Same thing with this. Don't understand what this cool little gadget is. Thanks to Paranologies. Yes, I'm plugging them. Don't think it's a piece of junk. So, but at the same time, if you can validate what's going on around you in the paranormal world, because in the world of politics, we cannot validate anything that's going on. Just throwing it out there. Anyway, grimoires, talismans, seals, pinnacles, wands, crystals. That's one end of the spectrum of the same light. So, but sitting in the middle is a commonality. Something that everybody in the world says, I need one of those. But they won't condemn you for carrying it. Got a few shots just for posterity's sake, of Corey, our lead on the past team, showing with the FLIR how he can leave his handprint and walk away. Now keep that in mind, that's just heat, but it's still energy. This is just a book, but yet I put my heart and soul into these writings. Am I not doing the same thing? Just thinking about it. So let's take a look at the little footage from Corey and putting his hand on a desktop and filming it with the FLIR. We like to do this just so that people can see how the FLIR works. Let's take a look. Okay, as you can see, the energy that was left from the handprint was still there, even when he walked away. So, aside from the energy that is created from grimoires and everything else, you got to remember your essence, or whatever essence, could still be there, no matter what. This will continue into another episode, because I want to go more in depth on how things are manifested. So, there's stories of golems being created, there's wards, guardians. All these different aspects are energy being projected, then manifested. Like you saw the handprint, and just as your thought for the day. Handprint was left, you walked away, it was still there. Just remove the magical application, the metaphysics, and the paranormal. Whenever you're going through your day-by-day actions, just a thought to keep in the back of your head. Every action that you do could leave an everlasting impression. So keep that in mind. It goes along with respect. But we can manifest the world that's around us, just placing our hand and leaving our mark. Okay, I want to give shout outs to Culticon. Yes, I'm going. Yes, I'm speaking there. Yes, I expect to see you there. So we got a Culticon. The Broom Closet. Like Jared said, shout out to Donna. But there's so many more that come by there. It is a very close-knit family that goes by. Come by and hang out. Have some tea, chill. Plus, we also have Practical Magic up in Saskatoon as well. Very knowledgeable. Also have a lot of courses and events circled around, very community oriented. So, much love to all of them. Thank you again for watching Ready to Effect. Next time, see you soon.